It's a wonderful tradition on this day of service, the Hawks' annual MLK Game. Head coach Lloyd Pierce was on the floor for this afternoon's game, leading his players the same way he did when NBA players took to the streets of Atlanta to protest racial injustice last summer. Alex Glaze looks back with Pierce on all that he's accomplished following an emotional year.
That speech would blow this world away right now because it still rings true. We're still waiting.
On a day that honors the life, the fight, and the passion of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., this year, it means more.
I think 2020 is kind of a historic year, mainly for all the wrong reasons.
What was your experience like as a black man in 2020?
Saddened. You're just sad all the time.
The Atlanta Hawks help celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King with a home game on the third Monday in January each season. But for Hawks head coach Lloyd Pierce, how he tries to honor Dr. King is by his actions.
Privilege comes with the position, but it doesn't come with the person. I wasn't born into privilege. The position has privilege, but the position is temporary.
At a time when sports went dark and the streets were empty, the world was evaluating its priorities. On May 25th, the death of George Floyd sparked an awakening.
Nigga can't breathe.
Athletes spoke out like never before.
It's not just going to take just me. It's not just going to take just you. It's all of us coming together.
You've seen all our guys, or most of the guys that, have taken part of people that have been out there vocally and just continue to push the right message forward.
Joining and leading the march was Pierce.
I think any great movement in the history of this country has always been led by a younger generation of people. You think of Dr. Martin Luther King and the civil rights leaders. They were all young. They were tremendously young when they started their fight, mainly because of the access, the reach, and the resources that they currently have. They have an ability to impact change.
We would all like to believe that when the time comes and, there's almost like a calling for us to either, step up or not, make that decision. You chose to step up. Can you even look back now and look and realize what that meant personally to you to be in that role?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's hard. For me, I became a head coach in the city of Atlanta, and we know what the city of Atlanta represents. And so you kind of understand that there's a moral responsibility that comes with that, a civic responsibility that comes with that. You never realize you're going to find your purpose. And for me, I think I found my purpose. It wasn't to be a head coach. That's my job. That's my passion. My purpose was to help a nation of people.
That passion led to the NBA putting Pierce in charge of a league-wide coalition to improve the fight for social justice. It helped the league create a unified voice and the transformation of stadiums into polling precincts.
Like I've done a very minor thing. I was able to speak it into existence, but it wasn't my idea. I was just a guy that had a microphone.
For the NBA, we have 30 cities that we can impact change in, and that's what we're committed to doing.
The Hawks are back on the floor, and this year, just like every other year, they played to honor the life and legacy of Dr. King, having continued his work on and off the court.
It's how do you remain hopeful that things can change? My whole objective is how do I help provide opportunities for others?